Hello and welcome to today's July 13th stimulus check and stimulus package update. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. And if you're not, subscribe right now. I just want to thank everybody who watched my letter to President Trump and the Senate yesterday. Thank you for all your kind comments. Honestly, I don't know how much good it will do, but I would rather fail trying than do nothing. So I hope that it will do something and that it will reach somebody high up in the government and touch their heart. Okay, I don't have a lot of great news today, but I hope that you will receive this coming from a friend and not from a stranger. According to Vice President Pence's chief of staff, the White House wants stimulus done by the first week in August, so that's good news. The White House is pressuring Congress to get the stimulus package done. That is also good news. However, Vice President Pence's chief of staff, Mark Short, said in March we needed $2 trillion because the economy was shutting down. Now we only need $1 trillion because the economy is reopening. I'm having some real issues with the math being thrown around by both parties. Democrats are now demanding state and local governments be given at least $1 trillion. Here's the issue. If the next bill is going to be $1 trillion and local government gets $1 trillion, then that leaves $0 for the American people. 1 minus 1 is 0. So I think the Democrats' demands are going to have to come down, or Republicans are going to have to make a bigger offer. They will have to meet in the middle somewhere. Either way, this kind of negotiating where there's little room on either side does not leave a big chance for direct stimulus checks to the people if they're not willing to compromise. Now, I'm hoping that they will compromise. But Mitch McConnell said that negotiations are going to be harder because we are now closer to the election than we were back in March. So he admits that there is a lot of politicking going on, which I hate. But hopefully they will pull it out. We need to see something, right? Nothing's come out recently except for negative news, which I always hate delivering, but I am here to give you the truth and not just cotton candy. However, what I'm also reading is that if local state governments don't get assistance, we could see another 3 to 4 million jobs lost because the government is such a large employer in the United States, and there are tons of contracts connected to each of these government agencies that if they don't have the money, then those contracts don't get fulfilled, and it's like a domino effect. So on the one hand, they need the money. On the other hand, so do the people, right? So it's this terrible balance that I hope that they'll come to resolution on soon. So here's everything that could be in the next stimulus package. Direct payments to the people, money to state and local governments, infrastructure, federal unemployment, essential workers fund, money to go back to school, liability protection, travel industry assistance, right? And the list goes on and on. All of this has to be covered with just $1 trillion. And then on top of that, they're now saying with businesses closing down, they may need to inject more money into the PPP program. So, I mean, these are tight margins to work with, folks. I don't know. We're going to have to see what happens. On top of that, I'm now reading that the jobs data that was collected for June was only collected for the first week and a half. That means that the federal government might be making decisions based on only 1/3 of the month of June. With COVID spikes happening and job losses and businesses having to retreat because of their own volition or because of being forced by the state, means that we may not have any of that reflected until after July. With many states going back into lockdown or freezing their reopening strategy, fewer jobs will be created, and we may actually see an increase in unemployment again. I worry most for the restaurant and the travel industry. I don't know that those will be going back to normal for several years. I hate to even ask this, but if you found this helpful, will you please give it a like for my sake so that YouTube will help share this information with other people? And also, please feel free to share this on social media. I'm trying to share this with as much compassion as I can, but man, it's heartbreaking. I didn't even want to do an update today. Sadly, all this wait and see approach has me feeling like that annoying kid in the back of the car on a road trip. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? We're not there yet. But hopefully this week, we will see some legislation coming from Mitch McConnell, as he has promised that he is working on it while he's away from Washington. Now, speaking of the travel industry and road trips, the U.S. Travel Association is predicting an overall $910 billion blow to the U.S. economy because of coronavirus. They've already lost $234 billion in 2020 to the travel economy. They've already lost $30 billion in collected tax revenue. I can now see why there are two bills with travel tax credits. It may not help you and I, but they are trying to entice people to travel because of how many billions and billions of dollars are on the line and how many millions and millions of jobs are on the line. 1 in 10 people right now is connected to the travel industry, 10%. And the travel industry on its own has a 36% unemployment rate, which is higher than the Great Depression by 11 points. It's really bad for the travel industry. So I can see now why they are trying to do these travel credits, although it came across very offensive in the beginning. American Hotel and Lodging Association CEO Chip Rogers said, until occupancy is above 50%, you won't see real job creation or retention. So it's gotten ugly. All right, I'm sorry that I didn't have a lot of good news to share with you today, but I feel like it's important that the American people understand the math and the policies and what's being discussed so that you can make plans for your life. I do want to say, though, I still believe that there will be direct stimulus checks for the people. I really do. Even though this stuff has me down, and as I did my reading today, it just seemed to be all negative. But you know what? That's the news for you, right? It just seems like it's always constant negative news. So, but anyway, there's going to have to be some serious negotiating, and they've got to make the people a priority. They can't keep just giving money to businesses that might fail on their own. They can't just be giving money to celebrities and companies that didn't need bailouts. They have to think of the American people. Now, if you haven't seen my letter to President Trump and the Senate from yesterday, please go check that out. I spent about 4 days crafting that letter and really giving it some thought for my community. I know many of you see me as a voice. I am trying to be that voice for you. But you know, at the end of the day, I'm just one person trying to do my best. So, but please go watch that. There is one thing, though, that I am certain of, and that's that you are amazing. So I just want to remind you of that. Your worth and your value and your amazingness has never been tied to government policies. It never has, and it never will. You are amazing simply because you exist. All right, if the news gets too heavy, please turn it off, go for a walk, or you can try to say this 10 times fast. How many lows would Rob Lowe rob if Rob Lowe could rob Lowe's? All right. Hey, I appreciate you being in our community. I want to wish you a good day, and I will see you on the next video.